had nothing but fucking dreams.
What's going on, guys? I'm back at my parents' house. So we're gonna be working on the KZ. My goal for today is to get this motor onto the bike. Maybe a little bit more on top of that. I don't know, we'll see. It was nice out earlier, but it's starting to cool down fast. I'm definitely gonna need a hand getting this motor in though. So I'm gonna get it up on some stands. Have my stepdad give me a hand with that real quick. I really don't have a good plan of how we're gonna get this in here. I do have all the parts that I need laid out, so it should bolt in pretty quickly and pretty easily. That motor is freaking heavy, so it's just gonna be tricky sliding it in to that space there. So I know I've said it time and time again, every other video I say this, but I will never, ever take apart another motorcycle without bagging up all the parts. Luckily, I was able to find this pretty cool diagram on here showing me how everything goes back together. Because honest to God, I couldn't remember which bracket goes where. I dropped this motor out, it's February 2020 now. I think it was like November 2018. I didn't touch this thing all summer. So it's been quite a while been a little over a year since I dropped the motor out. Of course, I plan on only having the motor out for a few weeks and I wouldn't forget how everything goes back together. But you know, things never go as planned. So I'm just sitting here sorting through all these parts, trying to figure out what goes where. But like I said, luckily I found that cool diagram. All right, so the motor is finally in, and that was way more of a process than it needed to be. Again, never throwing all the bolts in one box again. It's not that many bolts. It's only 2, 4, I'm not sure, I can't count. It's not that many bolts, but of course I didn't bag everything up individually. So that process took, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half just to figure out what bolts went in which spot. The motor is finally in though, and I'm super hyped about it. It's late, but I kind of want to keep going with it. So I got new boots for the carbs, and I got the exhaust here. I think we're gonna try and put those on next.
I swear it hurts, but I guess it's too late, 'cause it's changing lately. I've been chasing cash, so the guap is coming fast, but my mind, yeah, I think I'ma lose it. You know the gas good. We gon' count this guap just like your dad would. Yeah, we gon' smoke you up just like this bag would. Yeah, we gon' smoke you up just like this bag would. Just like this bag would. Headed to the function, taking back roads straight out the junction. No hassle.
Now the exhaust is on. It looks nice, but I honestly, it was a little tricky to put on, so I kind of didn't film it. So inside of the head, there's a little space that you put a little copper O-ring that comes with the exhaust. And what I did is I put all the header tubes on loose, fitted them all into the collector down here, and then I cranked down on each individual bolt, and that kind of squishes that copper O-ring down and creates an airtight seal. The exhaust didn't exactly line up perfect on each individual hole, so it took a lot of wiggling back and forth to get it all lined up, but with that copper O-ring, it did make an airtight seal, so I shouldn't have any exhaust leak. At least fingers crossed from what I can see. Shining a flashlight in there, I don't see any gaps or anything like that. It looks like that copper O-ring did its job. The final thing that I'm gonna do is throw these new carb boots on that I got. The old ones are pretty cracked and pretty dry rotted, but we'll get those on and we'll get the carbs on and we'll call it a night out here.
Lately I've been chasing cash, so the guap is coming fast, but my mind, yeah, think I'ma lose it. I'm a fool for the games that you play every day, so remind me, quit acting stupid, yeah. you won't stay close, I swear it hurts, but I guess it's too late.
All right, so all the carb boots are on now. Unfortunately, I snapped the bottom one on this one, and I snapped the bottom one on this one. So I'm gonna have to get those out, try to get new ones in, I guess. That was kind of the demotivator of the night. Other than those two little demotivators there. The motor's in, the exhaust is on. It's starting to look more and more like a bike. I'm pretty excited now. It's gonna be nice this week, so I'm gonna try and get some of the wiring done. That's the next thing that I'm absolutely dreading doing. I'm real nervous about doing that. When I get home, I'm gonna actually sit down, draw out a wiring diagram, and actually really take my time and plan it, because when it comes to getting this bike together and getting it started again, the last issue that I wanna have is with wiring. So I'm gonna close out the video here. That's gonna be it for this video. As always, drop me a comment if you like the video, subscribe for some more, and we'll see you in the next video.
Is your